Besides this is obviously going to be, if you want to know what really happened, you need to watch this. This is the only place you're going to get this type of interview or
I don't really know what this is, but I didn't do it. I'm innocent, Judge. I'm not guilty. I'm innocent.
We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matthew L. Moore not guilty of murder as he stands charged in count 1 of the indictment.
Yo, how we doing, people? How we doing, Sean? How we doing, man?
We doing, Dylan? How are we going?
Good.
Thank you for
mate,
having me.
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure, mate. You look much better, right? I'm not just trying to say that you look fantastic. I don't like you in a suit and tie. I don't like it.
You know,
I don't like it. I like you like you are.
You got to change it up sometimes, you know? You have to change it up. Like the guitars.
Like the guitar. And we got this guy, right? This is one of your biggest fans here, right? Jonathan. I'm going to put my Trump 2024 hat on just for him. It's love. It's love for you, that is. But hello, everybody. This is unbelievable. Loads of people here to see you, Sean. It's an absolute pleasure to host you. Obviously, you're the man with the plan, man. You're the man. You're the main man. I'm also taking... Go on.
I don't know about that, but I'm just... Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
Well, I'm going to try my best. So I've been critiqued heavily about my accent. So I'm trying to slow it down and maybe not be as thick with my accent. So we'll give it a go, as long as you understand me.
Listen, my father was from Ireland, right? Born and raised in Galway.
Yeah.
Just outside from Clonbur. And I never could understand that he had an accent, but all my friends did. So you're fine. You're
That's
great.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We got loads of people here. And there's loads. Look, everybody, thank you so much to you all for being here. Obviously, I've got to give Erin Hack a special mention. She introduced me to you, Sean and Josie, my mods. We got beautiful mods in the chat, guys. I think stuff. Please be respectful of each other. I don't care what you have to say. Just be respectful, and it's going to be happy days. Essentially, that's my motto. Happy days. Everyone should get along, be respectful, and there's no issues. If you're going to be a fucking prick, then you're going to be chucked out. Simple as that. So just behave. I got a free Karen Reid, came through the post today. I got that as well. So
That's awesome.
That came this afternoon. So I'm proud. Got to put that on there now. So really happy with that. Right. We've obviously there's certain stuff that happened over the past week. We've planned this, haven't we, for a week or so. You obviously got ill, then I got ill, then this and that happened, then you just started this week. You came out from somewhere. I was like, Sean, how are you feeling, mate? He was like, I'm good. I'm just going to start dunking. I'm going to start dunking on everybody. Woo! You came out hot.
Yeah, a lot of people were concerned. I mean, I read all the stuff. I read everything, but I felt I had to come back strong. All right, because let's face it, I made a post that said, the difference between us and them is that we stand by our convictions. We do, right? We stand by our convictions. We're taking lumps every day because we're defending a person that is killed. There's been has allegedly killed a Boston police officer. It's very unique circumstances, but we take our lumps because we believe in the system. We believe that she's innocent because the evidence does not convict her. It just doesn't convict her. And I want to put that out. And, a couple of things happened. Listen, I lost my cool. That's fine. It happens. I loved my last show with you because I really got to be me. I could just let it fly. And so I'm here now. But I did want to make one mention before we go through. And this is very important. So as all of us, even myself, all right, we're on this emotional roller coaster. Okay. And this brings me back, I'll just take 5 minutes, to when I was an agent up in Boston, had a huge case. There was a 22 defendant, we indicted 22 defendants, okay? It was from the Bahamas to Colombia to Florida to Worcester, Mass, and to Springfield, Mass, okay? Of the 22 defendants, 12 went to trial. And I just want everyone to understand, when you're on this ride, this roller coaster ride, it is normal. We're going to have great days and we're going to have shitty days. That's just normal. So like I said, for 35 years, I always sat at the prosecutor's table. So when this trial happened, I guess it was around November of 1988. Wow. The prosecutor gets up. We have 12 defendants in there. I mean, incredible attorneys. And he gets up for about an hour and explains the whole conspiracy, how the whole thing went down. I'm the case agent. I know this case like the back of my hand. I bought dope off these guys. I put informants in. I turned guys, the main guys I had on my side, the actual main guys. The 12 guys that went to trial were underlings. Some had some reasons to go to trial, but the 12 did go to trial. Each attorney got up and gave their opening statement. 1, 2, by the 10th one, I'm sinking down in my seat. I'm saying, wait a minute. These guys are spinning me around. I felt like, I know this case, but it felt to me like we were getting destroyed. By the 12th defendant's attorney, I was gone. I was emotionally spent. And this happens. So in this case, the attorney for the prosecution gets up and he brings it back in because they have the burden, to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. So he gets one more crack at it. He turned it around. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, don't get down, okay, if something doesn't go right. Stand by your convictions, right? Know that car, okay, did not cause the injuries to John. That's bottom line. And we just got a great preview, okay, of what happened this past week. We know now that the defense has a person, and I say this all the time, a warm body, at least one warm body. I believe they have more warm bodies. And I said in one of these little tweets or posts, whatever the hell you want to call them, you could have all the technology in the world. And I'm an old school guy. I mean, you could have wiretaps. Give me warm bodies and good, solid evidence. That's all I want. You want guys in the main story. You want a guy to say, I was there. I saw him come in the door. I saw what happened. I know what happened. That's powerful. And we got that. See, a couple of people, this is great about going on afterwards, right? Because everyone rushed to the YouTube last night. Kevin went on, this guy went on, they all went on, right? The problem is they missed the huge portion. In the beginning paragraph of the motion to dismiss, not the motion to dismiss, the motion to sanction. This is where they all got it wrong. This was not the motion to dismiss. It was the motion to sanction and disqualify the Commonwealth. And Yannetti, those guys are great. They buried, and here's the problem. Myself and Olivia, we highlighted, we gave it to them. Kevin last night, it went over his head. He goes, aha. When he says that, the next words out of his mouth is a lie. He goes, last night, aha. Sean said Sarah Levinson saw John. I never said that at all. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. And I hate to talk about it. Listen, the thing is, we have records. We have documentation. I basically said, well, look what we have. We have a person, their phone, because of Celebrite, matches John's phone. Listen, I was all on the taillight was my baby. It's gone. I don't care about the taillight anymore. We've got what we always wanted. We knew we were going to get it. We got a warm body that puts John in the house. I don't care. Karen could have 1,000 affairs. I don't care about anything. She go back to that house 1,000,000 times. I don't care. John's in that house. It's over. It's done. I don't care what you say. Right? But like I said, that's a high. Now we got the other side saying, the kisses and drinks. That was my whole thing back in Aiden. Kisses and drinks. They want to talk about kissing and drinking. Well, guess what? They messed up. You can talk about Higgins kissing Karen. I don't care. Don't care. You have a warm body and more. I have to imagine they have more because we're going to find out Monday because the motion to dismiss has yet to be unveiled. Right? Everyone said, "Oh, we saw this." You haven't seen shit. The motion to dismiss has yet to be unveiled, and honestly, quite frankly, I hope it comes out. I do. I want this. I want them to destroy those guys that framed Karen. I want them on Monday to do it. I don't believe the Commonwealth will allow them, Yannetti and Jax, to come in and basically destroy them. But that's my soapbox. I just want to get out there. So if you're feeling this roller coaster ride, it's all normal. Get back to the basics. John's right arm, that car didn't do it. Don't listen to the noise. Use your common sense. And guess what? Those defense attorneys, they turned it around on me. I was the guy. I had the main guy working for me. I bought dope off all these guys, and I still question myself. Come on, this is how it works. They can flim-flam you any way you want. I just had to go back and say, Sean, come on, you know this case. And it worked out. We got all 12 defendants. 22 people pled. 10 pled, 12 got convicted. Case over. And this, I'll tell you right now, I've said it, I'm on the record. She's going to be completely exonerated. It's never going to trial. That's it. And the people who killed John will be arrested. And I've been on record since God knows when. They can change the story around. They can say, oh, the 15th you said, doesn't matter. I'm on the record and I stand by it. Tell me where I'm wrong. Please come out and tell me where I'm wrong.
Right. We got, right. He's coming in hot. Right. Before we get into it, I want you to cool down for a second. That's a good start. You're telling us a little bit about your background, right?
Sure.
I've had some heat. I've had some, fastballs at me, but I've had fastballs off nobodies. Do you know what I mean? Not like you. You got some people after you. I've got nothing after me. But I've had a lot of people say to me, "Who the fuck are you? You Welsh, whatever." Well, I mean, Welsh guy, whatever. Why are you covering this case? Why are you dragging Sean in? Why are you giving Sean a platform? Why do you give a shit about Karen Reid? You're disgusting. You're a grifter. You're this. You're that. You're whatever. Right? Thank you, Josie. Thank you for covering this, Dylan. Please hit the like and subscribe for great content. Thank you very much. And also thank you to Crazy Gemini and the Cat Meow for becoming members. Thank you very much. But whilst you're getting hot, let me fucking join you and get hot, right? I am here for Karen Reid. I'm going to take a couple of minutes here to tell you why I'm here for Karen Reid. I'm from Wales. I might be a fat prick. You can call me whatever you want. I really don't care. I'm here because I believe in justice. I genuinely do believe in justice. And there's a reason why I believe in justice, because I've seen so many injustices in this world so far. I cover trials every single day. There's 2 trials I cover or have covered. That is the reason why I'm here doing this with you, Sean. And one of those, you know yourself, we spoke about him, is this guy. His name's Matthew Moore, right? The reason I bring him up, right, and you might think we're here for Karen. Yeah, we are, but this is my background, why I'm here. This guy, he is what drives me. This guy, if you don't know, he was accused of staging a suicide murder of his wife 2 years ago or 3 years ago. He was retired. He lost a son many years ago. In 2019, he lost his son to suicide. In 2020, he lost his wife, Emily, to suicide. And he got accused of murdering her and setting that stage. The whole reason he got staged for that was because in April 2020, one of the reasons was that he stopped texting her saying, "I love you." That's it. And the amount of people that, the amount of times they text each other was reduced. That was one of the biggest pieces of evidence they had. Now, what happened in April 2020? COVID happened in April 2020. Those two were in the same building, the same room every single day. That was the whole reason he got arrested, was because of that. That kind of bullshit fact got this guy to be in jail for 15 months. He lost everything. He lost all his money. He was a millionaire, lost everything, lost all his assets. whilst he was in jail for 15 months, he lost both his sets of parents. He only had his stepbrother left. He lost his whole world, and he was absolutely innocent. The jury took 25 minutes to deliberate on this case and found him not guilty. The judge said it's a disgrace that this trial even got to court. He should never got to court. So that's one reason. The other reason is this guy as well. This guy got convicted. If I can get it, wherever it is, you might see it there. Zachariah Anderson. He was called the obsessed ex-boyfriend. Confessed to killing and hiding victim's body. One thing nobody ever found about this guy. He was basically corruption. We talk about Karen Reed corruption in Boston area. Let me just tell you, it's not just there. This is everywhere. And unless people like myself and Sean call her out, then no one's going through. This guy's in jail, possibly for the rest of his life, for a crime he never committed. The prosecution were allowed to go to court and lie, absolutely lie, and it's been proven that they lied. The DA lied in court, and there's no repercussions to it. He's allowed to do it, and no one can overturn that now. Obviously, it's going to appeal and stuff like that. This guy has wasted 5 years of his life so far. And to me, that's an absolute travesty. Absolute travesty that he is in jail. They said that his van was full of blood. There was no blood found. They said that he went shopping, had to buy bleach and all to cover up the crime. There was no bleaches. He never touched his van. He never did anything. Anyway, I can go into the case, but if you really want to deep dive into the case, go listen to this podcast. This is a big reason why I believe in Karen, because these guys, what they've been through, I do not want Karen to go through this. As much as people think it's a joke to see someone's freedom on the line, it's not a joke. Until it happens to you, it's not a joke. So when you said about the taillight, that's what brought me into this. When I first saw the taillight with Karen, that's what we do in here, people. That's not enough to take to court. You're putting a woman in front of 12 people with her life on the line here. That is not the right thing to do. So that's what got me into this, the injustice of her even being arrested in the first place. It really bothers me that people out there are spreading misinformation and making it sound like she's a cop killer with no evidence. They think they got evidence, but until the evidence is presented in a court of law, there's no bloody evidence. The only thing we know is she did not have a broken taillight at 5:08 a.m. So how the fuck did that glass end up next to John's body? Now, obviously, there's a whole more stuff since then, which we'll go into now, Sean. But that's my background. That's why I give you a platform, because people want to listen to you. So if I can help you in any way, I'm here for it. So please do me a favor. Please support Karen. Give stuff to Karen. Please, I've got a link for Matt's book there. Literally, Matt lost his life. He literally lost everything. So please, if you can support him, buy his book, listen to his story, and listen to the Wrongful podcast as well. I want to promote them because they are dear to my heart, and they are the whole reason I'm here. And I'm a great believer in innocent unless proven guilty. I know no one's here to listen to me, but I have to get her off, because everyone that calls me a grifter, that I've just come on this case for the last minute, go fuck yourselves. Because I actually believe in people, I believe in justice, and I believe in making sure that we incarcerate the correct person or people. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Back to it, son.
Awesome, Dylan.
Awesome. We've got this. Let's get this up. Let's get into it. So just for everyone to know, we've probably done about 20 different presentations because it keeps changing. So we want to touch about some stuff here. This is the first one. Let's get into this. This is what you brought out. This is where you came out. You came out from the clouds. You're like,
I'm telling you,
Elvis.
It was amazing. All right. So let's get the record straight here. So it was 3 hearings ago. The last hearing, they were in court. The hearing before that, they did the Zoom. The hearing before that was talking about the 8 letters, right? And as David and Karen were leaving the courthouse, right, David said, I'll be filing 2 motions, right? And they'll be filed at 5 o'clock at night. He said one will be a motion to dismiss the indictment, and the other one will be a motion to sanction and disqualify the Commonwealth. Okay. That night he did file it. Okay. And somehow, okay, a page of that appeared on Twitter. And what I saw was, it was, I'm not sure where he got it from, but 2 sections were up. This was back, I think, on the 5th or the 6th of January. 2 sections. One, the planting of evidence. Okay. Listen, that's my baby, right? I saw it in the document that was posted. The other one was witness intimidation by Brian Albert. Okay. So we know 2 huge items are in that motion to dismiss. Okay. So this thing on the computer right now is the actual motion to sanction and disqualify the Commonwealth from the case. This was the motion that was impounded and was released yesterday. A lot of people got this wrong, okay? And that's why, hey, I did this for 35 years. We know what we're looking for. And this page right here is at the very beginning, right? What Yannetti did in Jackson is they laid out their foundation already in the motion to dismiss, right? They must have a ton of stuff in the motion to dismiss, okay? This is the motion to sanction the Commonwealth and punish them. So he does this motion. Well, guess what? The Commonwealth took 300 pages to talk about this motion. And all they did was they talked about Aiden's relationship to Karen. Basically, that's all they did, right? And why the district attorney made his little speech and all this other stuff. So my question was, why didn't they touch upon this bombshell right there? Okay, if you want to read it for me eloquently there, Dylan, just read where it says about how the defense investigated along with the Commonwealth's discovery. Just read how that whole paragraph right there. Hello?
So it's me. I was muted. I'm doing a boomer. The Defenders Counsel has asserted in court filings and in court arguments based on evidence both developed by the defendant and disclosed by the Commonwealth in discovery.
Okay, right there. That's a huge thing. So for the better part of 754 days, the defense have been doing their own investigation. Okay. Now listen, they could have easily crossed their arms and let Karen go to trial. And they know that there was so much reasonable doubt she would not get convicted. To get justice for John, right, they took on this other surmountable part of this case, is to prove a third-party culpability defense, right, to find out who killed John, right? They know it wasn't Karen. The evidence does not support that she killed John, okay? So that's huge right there. That the defense, coupled with the discovery, this is key, the discovery that the Commonwealth had provided. Now go ahead there, Dylan.
It's fine. So included in that is the analysis of John O'Keefe's phone and the phone of a civilian witness also presented inside 34 Fairview Road.
Okay, stop right there. Very crucial, right? Everyone's talking about Celebrite, okay? Now, I'm not really the best technological guy, but I have an understanding, right? So what they did was they were able to analyze John's cell phone, right? And whoever this witness is. I have some theories, and I'm not going to really give it up right now. But this witness, all right, phone, okay, was also, and everyone kept saying, how can you tell that the phones, all right, put John in the house? Okay, so everyone was talking about Celebrite, right? About Jen's phone and about House Long to Die and all that happy horse shit. This witness, all right, somehow provided their cell phone to the defense, and it was analyzed. And what I understand, right? You know how you walk into like McDonald's, right? If you have AT&T, you get right on their Wi-Fi. You know, all these hotspots, right? Well, the same thing. When you walk into a house, people are on certain apps, and without you even know about it, sometimes you get a little notice. Hey, your app has been running in the background for 600 days, right? You get this stupid stuff. This is not by accident, okay? This is not by accident. So, in order for that to happen, I mean, there's other phones in there too, but this particular phone married up to John's phone. If John was not in that house, this is crazy. If John was not in that house, they couldn't make the case that the phone in question, you know, the civilian witness and John's phone connected, which means he was there. Next line.
That John O'Keefe had entered the 34 Fairview Road residence, that he was attacked inside the residence by a person or persons also present there. That persons also present in the residence were aware that John O'Keefe had sustained injuries inside the home and participated in a cover-up of what happened.
Stop there. All right. Well, we can tell you right now that the phone didn't say that. So the logical conclusion is that witness, remember I said about warm bodies? Never discount a warm body, right? I did a post not too long ago. Only the fools that believe that no one in that house cooperated with the feds, they're fools, all right? And listen, I don't want to make believe that I'm this super sleuth. I'm not. I'm far from it. But this was easy. This whole thing was easy. We just had to go down a road to say, okay, how would they frame her? All right. Well, this is how they did it. So, like I said, I don't know who that person is. I have my own suspicions, and I don't believe it's the girl that was eventually identified because they tried to hide her. All right. I think she's a part of this, but whoever it was talked. The phone didn't say about John getting beat. The phone doesn't know that. This person did. Eyewitness saw this. Go ahead there, Dylan.
So the other law enforcement officers, including Massachusetts, I can't say it, you know what I'm saying, state
Massachusetts
trooper, that's the word, police state trooper, had participated in and furthered the cover-up of what happened to John O'Keefe inside 34 Fairview Road.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can finish. Just finish.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. And including by planting incriminating evidence falsely implicating the defendant in John O'Keefe's death.
All right. Now we bridge it out. All right. Now, did that witness know? Maybe. That witness maybe known about how they were going to frame Karen. Who knows? But what I can tell you, all right, the moment you prove that a police officer, detective, anyone, right, is dirty, and they're the head of the unit or the investigative unit that investigated a case, once you lose your credibility, all bets are off. Anything else? Okay, so one of my best little besties, all right, well, Sean, they got John's DNA on the light. Really? They got John's DNA. Hey, guess what? I can tell you right now, without a shred of doubt, that they busted that light. You know how I know? Is because it's simple. At 5:08, that light's intact, right? At 6 o'clock, it's gone. You're telling me put the red Solo cups over there in the corner by the garage? They didn't get their little gloves and just wipe stuff. I'm telling you, this is how it goes, right? When you go on the path, I talked about the slippery slope. You lie once. Oh, God. I don't believe they really wanted to get in, smash. I think they wanted to get in and get the little pieces out, right, that she hit John's Traverse with. We know she cracked it there because we know the Canton cops found nothing, zero. They found the impossible. They found clear glass in 2 inches of snow. You tell me they missed 37 pieces of red taillight and a black shoe about that big? size 12, 12 and a half fucking sneaker. Come on. So you lie. So whatever they did, all right, it was a mistake, because whatever they did, and you could see a pry mark. There's a tool mark. That car's a 20 with that at that particular time was a 2021. It barely just got off the assembly line. There should have never been a mark. That car was pristine. Never should have been a mark there. So now you smash the light. Well, now we're really fucked, right? But now we just have to keep going. Let's put the blood on, DNA, right? Now they get another problem. Now they get not only his blood, but maybe they really fucked up, and the other two idiots, their DNA's there. Who knows, right? But listen, that was a gift. So what happened? What happened to all the sleuths out there? Right? Listen, one guy missed this whole thing. He would prefer to say that I'm nuts, that I'm crooked, that I'm on the payroll. All right, listen, I can tell you right now, I've said it 1,000 times, right? I've never made a dime, a penny on this case. I worked my tail off with another partner of mine, back and forth about the taillight. That was my baby. I guess what? You don't need the taillight anymore. That right there kills you, absolutely kills you. Mm-hmm. Brian Higgins and Karen, listen, one more thing. Who is writing the story about Brian Higgins? It ain't Brian Higgins. So you're going to trust the guy that smashed the taillight? You're going to trust his word? Think about it. You cheat once, you're going to cheat again. Mm-hmm. You lie once, you're going to lie again, all right? Unless you get your ass kicked. This kid's going to get his ass kicked because he's going to jail. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm sorry, Brian Tully, right? You're going to jail. You messed up. And I hate to say this because back in April, I was the first one to say to my buddy, that's bullshit. There is no fucking way that the Canton cops. I just look at the Canton cops. It's just, nice guys, nice town, not a lot of heavy lifting. But the state police, no fucking way. I could not ever believe that. Well, guess what? I said the other day, why hasn't one Boston cop come out to defend Brian Albert? Not one. All right. If my buddy that I worked with and got in the trenches with was accused of what I have said about Brian and what the whole other world has said about Brian, I'd come out and say, no fucking way. No way. He would never do that. I haven't heard even this guy, Kyle. He wants to ask about Karen making these statements. I haven't heard him say one word in defense of Brian Albert. I was that guy in April. And then you just dig. You dig a little harder. You keep going. And then you start using their own words. See, they can't run from the four corners of that affidavit. You can't run from it. And I am sure before this is all over, and like I said, I hope Karen gets to have her story told in open court on Monday. Personally, I said this was going to happen the 15th. My whole thing about the 15th was what's happened on the 26th was supposed to happen back on the 15th, because that's when they were supposed to argue the dismissing of the case. But all right, so the judge came back and said, no, we're going to do it on Monday, the 26th, her birthday. That's her birthday there, Dylan. So I personally, listen, no one wants this more than me. Trust me. I want to see either Jackson or Yannetti or even Liza get up there and say, and by the way, that fucking light, you did break it and we got you by the tail, right? I don't know what they got. I know what I got. And what I got is simple. 508, it's intact. 6 o'clock, 4:30 on the tow truck. It's right there. You can see it. What happened between the tow truck getting back to Canton? Anyways, but this thing about the witness, the phone, and the further statements, it's game over. Braden, sorry, Braden, Mannion, whatever your name is, sorry, guys, all you guys, you had a great fight. Give me kisses and drinks all night long. I'll take it. Have her go back a million times to the house. I don't give a fuck how many times. Tell me she went to Peakoside fucking Farms and did anything. You can't get over the fact that John is now in the house. And I know there's more. I can't tell you, but the gut, 35 years gut, trust me, always trust your gut. There's more. Yeah. And this is a duck. It's always been a duck, and it'll be a duck on Monday, and it's over. Done. There it is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Olivia came in and said, Dylan, remember what a red flag of someone wrongfully charged is, as in Zachary Anderson's trial. Alleged confession. When a state doesn't have any evidence, they drag in the jail snitch. And that happened there. And this is the only... So my worry, right, I'll push back on you a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to push back on you. I'm not pushing back.
Well, no, you know what I want? I wanted Kyle to push. I wanted Kyle Dougal to push me back in June. I asked, Kyle, come on. Yeah. You're a Boston detective. Show me where I'm wrong. I'll if you tell me what you have, right? Do it, off the records, whatever. Hey, tell me. No one told me, because you know why? They don't have it. Right, push back.
So I'm not going to push back on this. I'm not on this point. I'm not pushing back on this point. So a couple of questions for you. I'll leave that up for Olivia because I got something tied to this question.
All right.
But so before all this, right? So say now, right? Because a lot of people are saying there's going to be video evidence that's going to be put in that shows the taillight is broken and all that. I've no idea. I've not seen that. I don't know. So it's going to show apparently, but. My thinking is, right, there is no video, whatever. I know there's not. There probably isn't. So when they did all this, right, so when they're pre-planning all this, right, I'm not sure if it's premeditated, whatever. I'm not going to shout names out because I don't know. I can't accuse anybody. I don't know who's involved, right? So I'm not going to go down that route myself personally. You know a lot more than me. Fine. So fine. I just wonder if they thought, right, we got rid of everything. We got rid of all cameras. We got rid of everything. Library camera, which is so important, gone. Happy days. They're winning. Did they just forget about John O'Keefe's camera? Is that like how does that play? How can they forget about that piece? Or am I missing it? I don't know. Maybe we're not sure, or Olivia can answer or something. But you've covered everything. The piece that fucks you over is that camera in John's residence, essentially.
Okay, listen, I don't believe these guys were corrupt in the beginning. I really don't. I don't believe prior to John's death. I still maintain steadfastly that favors were called in for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure that's where the FBI comes in. I know they know, right? And listen, I don't have any inside secrets. I don't. But I did this. Trust me, I've done this. I know how it's done. But I said this on your show, what would be so incredible to have these guys risk their careers and risk their freedom? Listen, this would have been all over if they just did their job. I mean, come on. They're not going to come up with the evidence. The evidence now is working against them. And this is what happens to amateurs. This is what happens to guys who, listen, these guys are basically altar boys, right? They don't have any heavy lifting. State troopers don't have any heavy lifting. The worst time of their lives as state troopers, right, is the academy. They don't have much heavy lifting, right? Maybe if they have a riot, but let's face it, they start out on the road, writing traffic tickets, whatever, right? They get into investigations. But these guys lost it. They were amateurs, all right? I don't want to beat up on city cops. Those cops know how to deal. Brian Albert knows how to deal. Brian Albert knows Brian Albert changed the domestic assault to the car accident. I think Brian Albert wanted the plow. But you know something? Didn't work out. No one played. And they had a panic. So, when you're an amateur, you do amateur things. The video killed them. I can tell you right now. The video is huge, all right. But I think now, I hate to admit it, guys. That work on the tail light and all that shit. Well, guess what? It's good to have. It's just one more layer of this.
Yeah.
But But I can tell you right now, you put John in that house, it's over with. It's done. That's it.
I only brought it up. I only brought up show because people are still asking that question because I
Oh,
still think it's important because it lays a foundation, as you said. So this is now we.
And I want
Go on.
to make one more comment, Dylan. Right? Karen Reed has been asking for everything that would implicate her. I mean, let's face it. She has asked for everything. O.J. Simpson didn't ask for shit. He just said, prove me guilty, right? Karen Reed is saying, give me all this stuff. I want this stuff. And they're not giving it. How listen, I don't want to swear. How messed up is that? She is a defendant, and she's saying, give me all this stuff. I want this. Defendants don't do that. Trust me, I know. They don't do that. They keep their mouth shut, and they say, you work your ass off. I've got the burden of being, listen, she's innocent. Our system, you know it, Dylan, our system of adjustment says every person, every defendant is considered innocent until proven. They have the burden of proof to prove her guilty. And she's saying, come, I want the evidence. I want the ring videos. I want this. I want the 9/11 call. I want the identifying of the person you're hiding from us. Look at all. And Kevin said last night, oh, they had to wait a month. No, they had to wait months and months. Kevin likes to be cute, right? He missed that whole section. He missed it. Why? I put it out. Olivia put it out. You don't think he saw that? Right? Kevin purposely put his blinders on. He's a fraud. He knows it, all right? Or he's seriously sick. But he saw that and he elected not to mention it. It's right there. So, all right. So getting back, right, to your point, you're right. Everyone has they're innocent until proven guilty. Okay. Karen's saying, prove me guilty. I want all this stuff. Okay. So here was the sequence. The first thing that came out was the 300-page to refute the document that came out yesterday. All right. Yesterday, after that, this other document came out refuting the motion to dismiss. Okay. We have not seen the motion to dismiss yet. I haven't. No one's seen it. It must be very bad if they're keeping that under wraps. It may have come out. I don't know. Maybe, what time is it? It may have already come out. Who knows? But I think, if I'm not mistaken, the way it goes, so the defense puts a motion in to dismiss. The Commonwealth did a motion against it, right? I think the defense has now do another rebuttal against the motion, the argument to not listen to the motion to dismiss. I think that's how it goes. Come hell or high water, we're going to know on Monday. If we don't know on Monday, serious negotiations going on. And like Kevin said last night, it's not about Karen Reed doing any plea. You got John in the house, she didn't have to do a damn thing. Nothing. He missed it. He missed that last night on purpose because he doesn't want to tell the truth. He's been lying the whole time. Lying. That's it. And I'm getting paid. I'm getting directed. I'm being told to take pictures. I haven't left. I took a trip. That's it. That's it. They think I'm taking pictures. They think I'm ordering. This is fantasy. This is, like I said, this is smoke. This is noise. All right. Dirty up Sean. Dirty up Olivia. I talk to Olivia every day. I said, Olivia, did you get the big fat check yet? We laugh. It's a joke. We're doing this because we're passionate, because we have belief in our convictions. It's our convictions, Dylan. You know it. Yeah. You're doing it too. You're doing it on a broader. You're doing it for a lot of people. This has consumed my life, and I'm doing it. I would do this 1,000,000 times over because I believe in it. I wouldn't take a dime. I wouldn't take a dime. And this idiot saying, "Oh, Jackson must be paying him." No, come on. Are you serious?
Anyway. If you believe in stuff like we believe now in Karen, you don't do it. I saw something about ads. I do apologize about the ads, guys, because ads do come up on YouTube. It's out of my control. It just happened. So apologies for that. Anyway, no, you're right. So every Saturday I do a thing with Matthew Moore, which we discussed, and I do that. barely have anyone watching, but it's his therapy. He talks through every single week. He told me he cries on there, he gets emotional, he says about his story. I do it, and I don't make anything. I don't want to. Anything I would make, it goes straight to him. I'm not interested in it. But I hear other content creators going, "Oh my God, I'm losing money. I should have been making more money." Well, fuck off and find another case then, because that's not what it's about. You don't make money in true crime. You offer a platform. If people want to watch it, great. If people want to buy you coffee or whatever, great. But you don't go looking for it. You have to believe and be passionate about it. Because this isn't a moneymaker. I can tell you that now. If I wasn't passionate about this, I would not be doing this. Let me just tell you that. But anyway, that's aside. I'm trying to piece stuff together. So I'm speaking to people behind the scenes here as well, Sean. And I'm a little bit naive, right? Because, obviously you've got 35 years of experience, right? No doubt. So I'm looking at this, what dropped in this testimony. Hang on, let me put it back up here. About John entering the house and stuff like that. So it's just discussed for the cameras. So in my mind, they checklist. They were like, right, get rid of all cameras that shows the taillight. Sorry, not get rid of the taillight, but shows Karen arriving, going away, whatever. They forgot about John's one, right? That's the only thing they forgot about was John's camera, which is eventually a big mistake for them. But with this, wherever this person is, this person must be shitting a brick, because how they know who this person is, obviously.
Yes.
Whether, but like, I don't know who it is. I couldn't tell you who was in the house. I couldn't tell you anything about that. But this person, like, not naming or whatever, whoever you think is, but how must they be feeling right now? Are they protected? Are they? What happens in this situation? Because if you got corrupt cops around, like Olivia said it earlier on, I hope everyone's involved is being protected, because what happens if people get in touch with this person and tries to intimidate, or how's that work? I don't understand how that works, Sean.
Okay, let's face it. It's been almost 755 days since this happened. Think about that, right? This investigation was going on way before April 18th of 2023. Okay, word gets out. Listen, I believe, I've said this before, I believe everything's contained. All right, I believe Brian knows the jig is up. I believe the other Brian, Higgins, I believe he's cooperated. It just makes sense, right? There's there's got to be other warm bodies, all right? There's got to be some electronic communications, all right? I can tell you right now, the geofence, the technology that the FBI has, I mean, let's face it. Oh, by the way, the TUI process, all right? It dropped tonight. Both now officially have it, okay? Contrary to what, I hate bringing this guy up, but he's the only one that's covering it for that side. He's saying, "Oh no, they were just a formality. They just want to know, were they treated bad by the investigators, right?" And now he tells us about guys were crying in the grand jury. Come on, people know by the way they were questioned, right? And Kevin says now, she's, what they have now coming down the pike, she's going to be in plea negotiations. Well, of course he would say that, all right, because he purposely did not read what we just read. Any intelligent, listen, my 10-year-old grandson, if he read that, he'd say, "Oh, Papa, I guess someone knows that John was in the house." That's how easy this is. But this guy, right, Kevin, he ignored it. He saw it. He saw me post it. I know he gets all my posts. He definitely saw Olivia post it. He watches her like a hawk, more than me, right? Yet, I think he was on almost 3 hours last night. Didn't say one word about the thing that kills him. It kills him. And he's just given life. He's given false life, like Coffin Daffer. Coffin Daffer is another person. It's going down the tubes, big time, right? Her predecessor agency, the FBI, is the one that has the evidence. and she's out there saying that the Canton Police Department was a crime scene. She's right. It was, but not when she said it. It was a crime scene at 6 o'clock. But anyways, I digress.
No, it's fine. I mean, also, I wanted to share this with you. You love this little nugget.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
And evidently, I guess Kevin somehow thought I said that this young lady pointed that John was in the house. I never said that. So he goes and reads her statement on his show. Aha! I love that. When he says that, he's coming at me. He's coming right at me, and it's going to be a lie, right? It's all right. Listen, trust me. I've been up against 1,000 times worse, but I get sensitive. I don't like guys lying about me. If he's sick, fine, I'll accept it. But he's purposely going out of his way to malign me. But that's all right. And people say, "Oh, Sean, why do you keep bringing him up?" Because he fucking pisses me off. And if he's sick, get the fuck off the airs. If you're just doing it, then you're caught. You're caught big time, Kevin. Anyways, so yeah, I put this up. And listen, I don't care. They could say Bozo the Clown was the person. I don't care about it. It's what they have done to Karen, hiding shit for so long, busting themselves, like they're breaking their chains all the time. Karen saying, give me something, show me something. They hid that. They hid all that against her. They hid it. So that's what I meant, the little nuggets. I didn't care about that girl. I don't care about her. I do care about her because I know personally. I've talked to people that know her at the hospital. She's been a basket case. And I just hope she got the proper help. And I hope she cleared her conscience. That's all I hope for the poor girl. That's all I hope.
That's fine. We're going to move gears a little bit now. I wanted to get that in there because a little nugget. I thought that was funny. But I know we want to get that out. There's a question here because this ties into a question I have as well. But Olivia says, what do you think about Judge Bev? Do you think she's straight or ? About Judge Bev?
Okay, so listen, judges are supposed to be, right in the center. Okay, right in the center. They're supposed to hear everything. They're like the umpires, balls and strikes. If you go off the reservation, they bring you back. She's been an obstructionist in this case. Really, she really has. Sometimes she rehabilitates herself sometimes, but she really gives it to the defense. Is it an act? I don't know. I think there's going to be such a story here because I can't believe that these intelligent people, right? I can't believe like ADA Lally doesn't know what I know. Like I said, what I know is just what I know is what he gave, right? In Discovery. I know that. I saw the video. That video comes from them, right? I saw the pictures. That came from them. Are you telling me this guy, he can't figure it out? I mean, come on. What are we talking here? Could he be working? I don't know. I think we're going to I think this is going to be an incredible story when it's all told. I just can't believe that if I'm sitting here in Naples and I'm going back, analyzing this video back and forth, it's right there. Well, now we know. He knows now. He knows. He's got the evidence. What's he going to do? Let Yannetti and Jackson come in and destroy him? I don't know. I don't, I hope they get that. I don't see it happen. I hope they get the chance. I do. I really do. So,
what just to Heather, look, I understand there's ads, right, guys? There's ads on YouTube. It's totally out of my control. I switch the ads on, I put him on low or whatever it is, and I let him go. I'm not going to apologize for it. That's the way that YouTubers do it. It's totally YouTube. It's not me. I'm not pressing it. So if you get too many ads, I do apologize. Skip it, whatever. But it's out of my hands. So I just want to address that once and for all. Judge Bev. So what I know about Judge Bev, right, is that I know nothing about her except that she leans more towards the Commonwealth. That, from what I've heard, that is. My worry about Judge Bev is this. is that she made some statements about the fact that this is going to be worldwide, this is going to be huge, this is going to be, the whole world's watching. My worry is that she'll make this go to trial, and she'll make it a circus herself. That's a worry for me because, judges, they've got egos as well. They know that they can make a name for themselves. They know they can retire. Now, I'm not accusing her of that, but that's my worry, that she's going to, on Monday or whenever the hearing, she's not going to dismiss it because she's going to make sure, let the court make that decision. And that's my only worry, that I've seen other judges do it. So do you think she's that type, or do you think she's legit? If she sees it and she thinks, no, Karen, no, sorry, we're going to dismiss this hearing, or do you think she'll just play it out?
The only way that she can be taken out of the mix is if the district attorney comes in and makes a motion to say, we are dismissing based on newly revealed evidence, we now are going to dismiss all charges against Karen Read with prejudice. That's the best that could happen. And then she can't say, oh, no, you can't do it. They take that power away from her. If the district attorney is not going to put a case on, there's no case. Will they have, okay, here's the thing. Will they have the moral compass to do that? That's the question that Lally and Michael Morrissey have to be talking about right now in that office.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm just worried about. What Olivia said, Bev ain't dismissing shit, not now.
No,
and
she won't.
As much, yeah, and that
She
worries
won't.
me because I've got zero respect for that. And I think there's enough evidence here to show that this should even be going to court. And if it goes to court, you only need a few dummies on that jury. And you know the prosecution can lie. If she's siding with the Commonwealth, then trust me, I cover so many trials. I see the bullshit that they put into trials every single day. Like, you wouldn't believe it. The way that people are able to push false narratives, make up testimony, and you might think I'm like, I've seen it. It happens. It's unbelievable. Also, you think everything you know right now is going to be told in court, all the documents and stuff. It's not. They'll be cherry picking what the jury is told. So things that you think, oh, that's going to work. The prosecution will be trying very hard to get that video, or the ring video of the taillight, dismissed. They're doing everything to dismiss that. And if she leans towards the Commonwealth, there's a possibility she might dismiss it because of whatever reason they've given, whether there's some loophole, because there are always loopholes. So that's always my worry about it going to trial, is that they can not submit all evidence. Sorry, Sean, you're going to say?
No, I agree with you. If the Commonwealth allows Yannetti and Jackson and Little to stand up at 2:00 and begin their arguments, well, then the fix is in. If they allow that to happen, then Lally has to get up and give his argument, and then the judge will not dismiss it. I can tell you that she won't, unless she has been called in by her boss, which I believe is the Chief Justice of the state of Massachusetts. I don't know how the state goes, but unless someone's pulled the coat of the highest jurist in the state of Massachusetts, Olivia's right. She is not going to dismiss anything. As a matter of fact, she went against the agreement that both the defense and the prosecution had. She said, no. There's no reason to cancel this March 12th date. She does want this trial. There's no doubt. Why? What's her motive? I don't know. Does she want to be another Judge Alito, like in the OJ case? I don't know. But I'll tell you right now. I mean, if she's looking for stardom, this case will give it to her but she's not going to be looked at. She won't be looked at favorably. I can tell you that.
No. No, I agree, and that's my worry. So sorry, I just seen this comment about H-back. Sorry, I'm ignoring people's comments. It's just quite hard for me to see it. And to be quite honest with you, I know it seems like I'm putting Olivia's ones up there, but her picture just jumps out at me all the time. I see Olivia Nile. So I'm not trying to avoid everyone's questions. I'm not, or trying to pick on Olivia's. Just I do keep out of Olivia's because I do think Olivia brings a lot to the table and she's got really good insight. So, but here we've got a question for you, Sean, from H-Bag. Hey, Sean, what do you think will happen to Chief Rafferty?
H-Bag, nice to see you. This guy's a good guy. I think he's a guy. Pretty sure he's a guy. Chief Rafferty. Chief Rafferty. Listen, there's allegations, right? Listen, there's allegations, right? They are not going to be untouched in this thing. They changed the reports around, right? They added a taillight picture that they had no business to do it, right? That was covered in some motion. It came out. So they gave stupidly the initial reports from the 29th of January. 6 weeks later, they did the hokey doke and gave the same reports, not like an amended. It was like a, the same report, but they switched out Brian Albert's cell phone numbers twice. And they added a picture that had taillight evidence, saying that the taillight evidence was a part of their investigation. And they got caught. Listen, it may not be her. I don't know. All I can tell you is this. If there were wiretaps, she might have a problem. That's if is the biggest word in the dictionary sometimes. If there was wiretaps, a lot of people should be nervous because what communications were going on at the critical time. Mm-hmm. That's it. And if you believe what was written, you got Morrissey's cell phone and his office phone tapped. Who's making the shots? He is. Who's he directing? He's directing someone, okay? If she's a part of it, if Berkey's a part of it, H-Bag, you know what's going on. He knows more than I do. He knows what that town is like, all right? And there's other cops in there that know too, all right? Let's just hope they have the moral fortitude to do the right thing because the people who retired afterwards that were on the department at the time, they know too. And they know the other cops that are still working there know also. So listen, for them, it's a dice roll. Trust me, the word will come out. It's going to come out. And I feel bad, but something, they made their bed. Now it's time to lie in it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Hey,
let's be honest, fuck them.
That's it. That's right.
Here we go. Tommy, thank you for the super sticker, Tommy. Appreciate you for that. Dennis really did see. I don't think I should give a shout out earlier. El Jaff for president. Hey, from Dennis.
Dennis is a great guy. He had that sign out there. It's like, oh my God, he's a good guy. Southie guy. He's a Southie guy. He lives right in the hot. He lives in the hotbed, right by our buddies. Right, Dennis? Yeah.
Here we are. We got Scott McInnes here as well. Hi, Sean and peeps. Tomorrow, political prisoner Aidan Keeney, aka Tillboy, is released from his unjust training by the police state. We await after tomorrow. Yes. What else?
Listen, so here's the thing. I know he has a hearing tomorrow. I don't know how this whole thing. I know the 60th day. His 60th day is February 26th, right? So, but I know there's a hearing tomorrow. I don't know if it's for, because he has two things. He has the 16 indictments, right? And he has this other indictment with the girlfriend. Listen, I've been consumed to this. I mean, I hope the kid gets out. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. But tomorrow should be a big day. They're talking other stuff too. I didn't want to mention it, but the other side is, they're predicting the world's going to crash tomorrow. That it's going to be hell for Karen and Turtle Boy. Well, let's see what they got. That's it.
Let's see. I'll say this, right? I'll give them a shout out because they were on my channel last week. They were great guests. Resistant to Silence.
Oh, they're great. They're great. Paul, Dana, Tracy.
Dana,
great.
Fantastic. They were so lovely.
Here's the thing, Dylan. They're not even Canton residents. These people live out of town. This is what I'm trying to say. We have a lot of people volunteering, giving up their daily activities, like me, like you. They're out there doing the
Mhm.
signs, the standouts, the whole thing, going to
Mhm.
the courthouse. This is, like I said, it's
Yeah.
it's a village that's come together, and everybody
Yeah.
has a role. Everyone has a role, because we believe in our convictions. I said that. That's the difference between us and them. Listen, they don't have anything.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, and that's why I want to give them a shout. So go follow Resistant to Silence. If you don't follow them already, they're really good follow. Brilliant
Yeah.
people. I mean, gracious people. I loved it. I know they struggled a bit with my accent, but I loved it. And I hope to get them back one day as well, because they do fight for what's right in this world. So
Of course.
shout out to them. So thank you, Paul, and Dana.
And
Right.
let's face it.
We've
Hold on now,
go on.
real quick. The Canton 9 or Canton 8. Listen, that's a tragedy. That is horrible. What happened to those people? I got Mike there is a great guy. He was a former deputy sheriff down here in Florida. He goes up there doing the right thing, and they trump up this thing to get these people a felony, sitting on the corner, not even in the line of sight with this idiot over there. Come on, are you serious? And the cop, one of the cops, is on a hot mic saying they can protest. What's the big deal? Think about that. The cop says, hey, they can protest. They're not doing shit. And guess what? They weren't. I mean, come on.
No.
Crazy.
Right. We've touched upon it. Do you want to say any more about the TUI document? Because that's gone in. Everyone says it's in now. We touched upon it. Is there anything else for you to add to it?
I mean, for TUI, I mean, it is what it is. Okay. All right. Once the FBI came in overtly handing out paper to all Morrissey's witness, well, they gave it up. They didn't tell Morrissey why they were subpoenaing the state's witnesses, but they were. All right. Now, did the witnesses come back and tell Morrissey or Lally, hey, this is what they asked us? I'm sure they did. Of course they did. That's how it goes. Right. But so the TUI process basically is a process that gives up two things: evidence that inculpates or exculpates. And I think in this case, you're going to find that the defense has a ton of information in their hands that exculpates their client. And that's my belief. I don't have a magic ball. I know someone else on the other side has a crystal ball. She looks at it all the time because she knows it all. But keep it there, right?
I mean, let's not give them. They're not even worth the echo chamber for their 10 followers.
It's just my thing. But if you read between the lines, right, the TUI process is what's going to kill the Commonwealth. And one other quick thing: the two motions to dismiss the indictment and the sanctions, those motions were written before the TUI process. What do you think is going to happen now when they have all this evidence from the feds? We're talking electronic evidence, grand jury evidence, whatever, witness statements. All right, come on. And by the way, real quick, don't be fooled by this thing where, Karen and Yannetti and Jackson were talking to the feds. Well, guess what? Perfectly legal. I had the baddest ass guys. We're driving down 1A1 down in Fort Lauderdale, right? The three of these guys, stone cold fucking killers, right? This guy did 19 years behind the wall in Walpole, right? Guy was 63 years old. We're going down. He's ducking down because he thinks people are going to see him. These were gangsters. I'm with them. I'm with these guys. It's perfectly okay. If her civil rights have been violated, she's going to be a star witness for the feds. Of course, they're going to have dialogue with her and her defense. Of course they are. I mean, why are these people? How come they can't connect the dots? They can't accept it.
I mean, no comment. Thick as shit comes to mind. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Right, fine. So MC3 can't read. We could all be Karen. That's why Out of Towners are showing support. Free can read. 100% nailed it. 100% nailed it. That's
I
what
can
we
tell
hear
you
for.
right now. I can tell you right now. If I was Karen Reed, I'd be in jail. I wouldn't have the resources. I can tell you right now, if they come get me, I'm representing myself as much as I can. I don't know shit about the law. I'll represent myself. I'd be in jail. We'd all be in jail. Thank God.
Scary.
Thank God there was support. Thank God. Because let's face it, she would. I mean, they listen.
Yeah.
They got the guns. They got the power. But someone else.
It's scary, man.
Someone else had more power. That's the ticket right there. Somebody else had more power.
But, right, it's scary. I just think, imagine that if you get a public defender, that some of them don't give a crap, man. They're just like, whatever, So, yeah, I mean, let me just tell you, having a proper attorney means a lot. So having the support and everything, she needs all the help she can get, because it's corrupt as hell. I see it every day in trials, and I hate saying that, but I mean, when you've got people on Twitter saying she's guilty, she's a cop killer, they don't need to go to trial. She's guilty. Anyone that says she's guilty, just don't listen to them, guys. Don't even follow them. Mute them, block them. Don't bother. Don't put yourself through it. Until there's two phases here. She's innocent currently. Until we've said this so many times, innocent unless proven guilty. If she goes to court and they can show us all this evidence of how she's guilty, how she did it, explain everything, and she comes out as guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, then fine. But we're not there, and we shouldn't be there. It shouldn't even be a fucking trial with all the dodgy things that we've seen. So that's why it drives me mad.
There should be a trial. Had the investigators did the right thing, all right, there'd be a trial, but it would not be with Karen Reed. It would be the people that actually.
This is the thing.
That's the thing.
So
see my shirt. See my shirt. Flaw and order. Flaw. Mass corruption.
I love it.
Yeah, we're going to have my team is going to wear this, the team that didn't exist. Flaw and order, mass corruption unit, right? We're going to take it on the road. That's what we're going to do.
I love it. I fucking love this shit. Right. We are going to shift gears in a second, but okay. I just want to say one statement. I was going to say one statement, right? Because you've named people. So for me, right, coming into this, obviously my members want me to look at it and all this, right? I looked at the arrest warrant or whatever else and stuff like that. So now I've got a bigger picture of what's going on. For the life of me, I'm not saying that Jennifer McCabe murdered or was involved in the sense of was a person that actually alleviated John O'Keefe. I don't think she was, right? Directly. But I think there's more reason to arrest her than there is Karen. I stand by that. And I wouldn't arrest her for murder. I'm not saying I would arrest her for murder, but I would arrest her for some serious charges with the searches she made. Just to start off with, the searches she made. There's so much evidence against her that it's black and white. You can see when she Googled how long to die in a cold or whatever she said and blah, blah, blah. There is nothing that I can see or I've read. People say, she said, I hit him. But in what context did she hit him? Is that from CPR? Because when you do CPR, you do hit somebody. You try to hit their heart. Is that what she meant? Do you know what I mean?
Listen,
I don't know.
God knows what happened between 4:53 a.m. and by the time they got to the house at 6 o'clock, right? God knows what was being implanted into Karen's brain, okay? Think about it. Listen, you wait up all night for your loved one. A lot of things go through your brain. Listen, we knew about the thing that happened in Aruba. A lot of this stuff's going on, okay? But the bottom line is that, and the other thing is too, we're gonna know this because if you prove that the detectives were corrupt, anything they touched is corrupt. Who is writing this down? I don't see Jen McCabe's statement, handwritten statement. I don't even see her initials on every page. She's got 5 different versions of her statement. Okay. And here's the other thing. Why couldn't she go in the house and get blankets? She clearly opened the door. She either had a key or the door was unlocked. Why didn't she go get blankets? Why didn't she do something? And Kevin's knocking me. Maybe I was wrong. She had her back to John. She's talking to the cop. she's talking to the cop. Why? Right? I mean, everybody should have been on focus on John, right? Make sure he gets taken care of. She's getting the story. She's getting the story out. That's the problem. But listen.
No, I agree.
Go ahead. No, I forgot. I have forgotten so much, really, because now there's so much more information coming in. But if I did go back, as a fact, waiting to get on, I went back to my first live with Aiden. I can't believe how much we've gone from. I think it was June, end of June. How I watched, I said, Jesus Christ, we didn't know shit back then. Now we have all this. It's really amazing how this has all evolved. It's truly amazing.
Yeah. I've come into this, right? Honestly, if I thought for a second Karen was guilty, or not guilty, but that I couldn't see the conspiracy here, I'd be like, okay, maybe she did, whatever happened, let's let the courts decide. But I've not. I've come into this going, bloody hell, this isn't fit. Also, this woman's statement, Jennifer McCabe's, oh my God, how the hell is she not been arrested? How is Karen arrested? And not, there's nothing that I've seen. Well, maybe I'm dull, I'm not sure, but I've not seen anything that shows that Karen killed John. Nothing except for what they have said. And the only thing that's perfect evidence is those Google searches, 227, when she says how long to die in cold, and then about the eating stuff and things like that. I mean, she's got all this covered on Twitter. She's got it all covered, so I'm not going to go in there. I've read it all. Absolutely fucking disgraceful that this woman is not being arrested. And I hate saying that because I don't want to victim blame and stuff, but she should be arrested ahead of Karen Reid, in my opinion.
Just to backtrack, anybody in that house is good for murder, right? Anybody who witnessed John walk in that house, right, is good for the murder. Okay. Now, conspiracy to commit murder, right, is all about an agreement. All right. It doesn't have to be handshakes. It could be tacit, whatever they're doing. But that search at 227 is an overt act in a conspiracy. There's 1,000 overt acts, right? This conspiracy went on. All right. I'm telling you, a conspiracy is the easiest thing to prove. All you need is two people in agreement and one overt act. You don't even have to kill someone. You just have to agree that you're going to kill them and do one overt act. One. That's proven. This case for conspiracy, this is a dream for an FBI agent or a DEA agent. Listen, all drug trafficking is about a conspiracy. You have the provider, you have the transporter, and you have the source that distributes. You got to communicate, and your actions show that you're in agreement. You don't have to have a contract. Your actions show. Just got to prove it. They got the proof, and I'll tell you right now, it's an awful thing. It really is. Listen, I don't know what they were thinking. Jen's good for it. Matt McCabe's good for it. Brian Higgins is good for it. Brian Albert's good for it. Nicole, I don't know. I don't know. Listen. I hate this. I hate it because these are human beings. They are. It was a mistake, but someone had the hammer. Someone had the hammer to let this go through. Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, that car did not hit John. It didn't. It did not hit John. All right. And we know that light was never busted. We know it until it got back to Ken. Why did it go back to Ken? Because Berkey said, bring it back. That's why I went back to Canton. And guess what? He has a supporting role in this. This guy is a classic, right? He's a classic. We call them buffs. Any cop out there knows what I mean about a buff. This guy was a buff. He has now a supporting role in this. This guy can go to jail. I'm telling you. He allegedly found a piece of taillight that never went outside that Canton garage. 3 pieces were brought down, and Kevin thinks, "Oh my God, it's so. How can you plant evidence? Really, Kevin? Really? All right. All this I said on your last show. You want confusion. You want a chaotic scene. The more people, the guy that has the dirty hand can make it happen easily. Of the 37 pieces, 3 went down. Nothing else went down there. Trust me. And Ken Berkowitz has a supporting role. They threw him a bone. That's what they in this thing, they threw him a piece of tail light. He just bought a ticket to the conspiracy. That's how fucked up this. I hate to say it. That's how messed up this whole thing is. A lot of people.
Fucked up is better.
Listen.
No,
it's awful. Listen. This thing is bad. And you know what the other problem is? The other side, when this thing comes out, they're not going to believe it. So you're never going to believe it.
No.
They're going to have to go down the seaport down in the Moakley building for this trial. I'm going to tell you. You know, Dedham was nice. It was right across the bridge. But guess what? Now you got to go to fight the traffic in Boston. You got to get parking spaces, $30 an hour to park. Trust me, this is going to be brutal for these people. Brutal.
So I just to put a bow and gem, okay, from my side then on this one, because I want to mention this because we've said it. But what stood out to me was as well in the arrest affidavit, and I'm paraphrasing here, was she said that Karen said is she smashed the tail light or whatever, but she said she saw a crack. But then the next statement, Proctor says, is smashed. So it's there's a bit.
That was his
yeah.
Right, but hold on. This is something I forgot about this. This is
What?
crucial. This was a nugget. Talk about nuggets. All right. In all her statements, prior to we heard this tape, she never sees John allegedly get out of the car, right? The car's there, moves up, come back, go back my house. Okay. All right, so here we go. What do we hear her say on her end of the phone call, right? She says, I saw him get out of the car. This is why they don't want to give you the clear 911 call, okay? Because it refutes her statement. This is golden, right? She says, I saw him get out of the car. At 6:04, she's saying this to the dispatcher. And then she says, and that's the other thing. We don't know what the question was, but then she says, oh, about an hour. What do you mean about an hour? Did the guy said how long has he been out there? I don't know. They won't give us the night 911. You're a true crime guy. What's the first thing that all these shows give you? Shh. 911. What's your emergency? That's the first thing you hear. All these shows. Where's it? That's why. Yeah. So I've scoured her things. No, Matt doesn't say it. He's the lookout. I hate to say it. He's the lookout. He doesn't see anyone get out. Ryan Nagel, nothing. Jen McCabe, 29th, 6:05, 6:04. He got out of the car. He got out of the car? Really? Bingo. And then she says about an hour. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, he's probably in the snowbank for an hour. This is crazy.
No, I agree. It is bizarre, and I'm glad you cleared that.
Jen has a worse role than most people in this case. Trust me on that. I hate to say it.
Also, the all trials I've covered, from Murdoch to whatever trial, Alex Murdoch, they stated there that the person that does the 911 call is a prime suspect or the first suspect. You are in that circle. They say you place yourself in the circle because you've made the phone call.
Right.
Now you then have to make your way out of that circle. I don't see how she makes her way out with all that evidence that we know now about 911 call, the searches. She can't make it out.
The tone of her voice. Everyone says, "Oh, you don't know what people are like." I do. I know how people are. Trust me. Look, hear any real 911 call. She allegedly is looking at her friend of 10 years, smashed up his face, right? And she's emotionless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making an appeal, Mrs. O'Keefe. That girl knew your son for 10 years. Don't be fooled by the noise you're hearing. I'm just going to tell you.
No.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
So that that is time to switch gears. So first of all, Audrey, thank you for hosting Sean. He's the best.
Oh, Audrey's
Audrey,
beautiful. Audrey's my girl. That's Audrey
there we
Preston.
are.
She's my girl.
And
I
you
should
do
say
not.
she's my lady.
I mean, yeah, your wife's listening. So yeah,
My wife is solid. Rogie got
she's
her all
solid.
fired. Rogie got her fired up. Don't get a
I
DEA
mean,
agent's wife fired up. I can tell you right now. She's the only person I fear. Trust me.
you should. You should. So thank you for hosting Sean. He's the best. No thanks. I'm thankful that he's on this channel. Trust me, I get more out of Sean than he gets out of me. So so thank you, Audrey. But all thanks goes to Sean, not to me. It's a pleasure on my end.
Take care of that
so,
arm, Audrey.
So
She has a bad arm, bad shoulder.
Yeah. Look after yourself, Audrey, and thank you again for that. That's very generous of you. So I want to show you this, right? This made me fucking laugh today because this tweet, right? I'll read it out because I know you can't. You haven't got your glasses now, right?
Oh man,
Haley.
Oh,
I love this.
oh baby.
So
Wow.
we're switching. I got to go a bit closer now
Beautiful.
because yeah. Before we forget, please hit the like button, people. Please, please, please. I don't know. Somebody says, Cheryl says, please hit the like button. Please do so. I really appreciate it because it just helps the algorithm and to people to come and watch. I mean, James is saying, Belly, little 4 minutes. That's nice to hear, but we can watch it on replay. We've got Sean here. So you can watch Melanie Little. Please go and watch it on replay. Because, you know, why would you move from this stream? And we got Sean. Right. So let's be clear, Haley says. Let's be clear. I don't care who Connery slept with. I don't care who John O'Keefe slept with. I don't care who Brian Albert slept with. I don't care if she was mad at John when she dropped him off at 34 Fairview. I don't care about any of the garbage that comes from Grant and the KP Masso trolls about PR. I don't care if Olivia is Olivia or someone else. I fucking love that bit because people think that, Olivia's fake. I don't care that Sean. Also, just be clear as well. I'm not trying to be a dick to Mel. I mean, you need to go and watch her, yes, but I mean, you can watch her on replay, guys. I don't care that Sean of the Gulf got a DUI a million.
Either do I. Either do I. It was
no
the best thing that ever happened to me. Trust me.
I don't care. The agent can't keep his dick in his pants. Fucking hell. I don't care that Grant shits his pants. I don't care that Alan Jackson defended Kevin Spacey or that Yannetti was on Rachel Rollins' transition team. I don't care about a million other points of gossip that people use to distract from the facts of this case. In fact, the theory of the crime that the Commonwealth has laid out doesn't work. It's a fact that no one saw John O'Keefe get hit by a car at all. Fact. And there's almost no conclusive evidence that's how he died. Fact. It's a fact that this investigation was conducted so poorly, it's almost impossible that it was simply carelessness. It's a fact that the taillight wasn't smashed in the morning when Karen Reid's car appeared on camera. It's a fact that in light of that, it strongly appears evidence was planted in this case. I don't care about your rumours. Rumours aren't evidence. Based on the evidence, Karen Reid didn't kill John O'Keefe. That's a fact. I love that. I mean, you could put that on your wall.
That's the case right there. I could tell you that was beautiful. I love Haley. Haley is wow. Awesome.
That is, you just want to take that off and just print it and just put it on your wall. That should be a reminder to everybody.
That's what I'm saying. The convictions we have. This is classic. I don't know, Haley. Haley probably a house. I don't know. But the thing is, we stand by our convictions. We're not, we don't listen. There's crossover. Look at Natalie, all these people that crossed over, right? Where they cross over to? What was the draw? The people who stay in the trenches that fight every day. You think, listen, I have better things to do right now than get in wars. But you know, I'm fighting for a cause. I'm standing true to my convictions because I know that this is where we're going. I know that Karen Reed is innocent. That's it. That's it. And we're going to find out more as this goes on. And we're going to get the guys and ladies who killed John O'Keefe. That's it. It's over with.
So
that's it.
Elvis has left the building. I love that. Right, we got that bit. There's right. The next bit we got here, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about dangerous people. Talk about dangerous people, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
This next person is, honestly, in my opinion, well, before I show us, stop screen for a second. So, let me remove that for a second. So, we have got a lot of people out there, trolls. We got a lot of people that troll you, troll Karen, troll everyone. And you know what? They're idiots. They're nobodies. They got fake accounts. They got like burner accounts. They got all these things. They got an echo chamber. They blocked everybody. They speak to themselves. They go around. They try not to get everyone to bite, to rise up on them and stuff like that. There's one person I genuinely think is very, very dangerous out there. And I think this person should be an absolute shame of themselves. And this is the only person I worry about because this person has a massive reach. And I know we have to cover her because, she is part of this case now and other cases.
Mm.
So let me get the thing up here. So the person we're talking about is Coffin Daffer.
Mm.
So I'm not posting her tweet because I don't want to post her lies, her misinformation, everything about her. I don't want to give him credence to it. I picked this post from Olivia, and I wanted to share this because, as I say, I won't share the actual tweets that she made, Coffin Daffer, but I hope everyone trusts us enough or trusts Olivia enough to know where we are. So she summarised this perfectly by saying, "Oh, gee, evidence of both. Jennifer Coffin Daffer lying, claiming there's incriminating EDI evidence in the court documents where there's not and never was. And two, the Commonwealth feeding lies and facts not in evidence outside the courthouse to someone who they were in direct communication with and even internally remarked upon her enormous Twitter reach." And this is about an email and stuff that the Commonwealth, people behind the scenes were writing about Jennifer. You don't say, will Coffin Daffer ever apologise to her audience who she's manipulated and lied to in order to help those cover up and frame an innocent woman for murder? Question mark. Will Coffin Daffer ever take accountability for being so reckless and irresponsible with her massive platform, her assumed authority as an ex-LEO and current expert witness, and not doing her basic due diligence before commenting on this case as a regular panelist guest across wide-reaching mainstream news media outlets? Will Coffin Daffer, as an ex-LEO federal agent, no less, apologise to Karen Reed for not even affording her the basic American constitutionally afforded presumption of innocence? Yes, third-party culpability is very much a valid defence theory. Will Coffin Daffer ever be held accountable? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, she has completely and utterly destroyed her credibility, and she did it all on her own. No amnesty, free Karen Reed. So, it's important to me that we show this because Olivia's put it perfectly, as you know. She writes perfectly. She writes better than what you and me do. So she articulates it perfectly, and it's no joke that people like this is like Jennifer Coffin Daffer really gonna hamper this trial. So if you go to trial, these dummies that believe everything she says, she gets called out all the time. I can't believe it. People still listen to her. I don't care about all the other trolls and all these small journalists, whatever. I couldn't give a shit. They're nobodies. This woman's somebody. And I hate saying that, but she's got a huge following and she reaches the masses. She's got no fake accounts. She doesn't need fake accounts. And so I'm not sure what your thoughts are about her, but for me, it's like she'll never admit she's wrong. She's been pointed out to her how wrong she is every step of the way, and she never admits to it. Do you think that this could have an impact on like people in the trial or anything like that, or anything to do with the case, or any other views generally about people like Coffin Duffer in the news, in social media?
You know, well, like I said, I don't see this going to trial, but if it would go to trial, right? They're going to give her a platform. They will, right? But when they do, okay, there's going to be like yourself. I mean, there's a great. I was watching him from Minnesota, Ricky at the Law. Man, those guys. I don't know if you know them, Dylan, but Ricky at the Law.
Yeah.
Man, he's out of Minnesota, I think. They will crucify her, right? She gives the commentary. Listen, she has an incredible, absolutely incredible resume, all right? And I have a buddy up in Jacksonville right now. She lives in Jacksonville. My buddy was my compadre, okay? We had a saying. There were guys like us who made cases. There were agents like her that worked on bios, all right? Listen, you can't do all the stuff that she said she's done in her life and make cases. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen, okay? She might be a firearms person. That's fine. But I can tell you right now, she knows she's going to be unveiled. She knows that she's going to be stripped because this is coming down on her. She bought onto the wrong ticket. And I believe at one point she was pro-Karen. Somehow, like I said, these people, like they got to Kevin. All right. I don't know. They got to Natalie. They got to Joseph Warren, big rogue. I don't know what they did. I don't know. They didn't get to me. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but her credibility will be destroyed because we know she worked with the Commonwealth, right? We know that she's made comments like she's the authority about the basement, about the dog, all right? But you know what she doesn't do? She doesn't comment on the bogus evidence because, she doesn't know about crime scene investigation. She doesn't understand that because she never did it, all right? That's one thing you don't see in her bio. She never did crime scene searches, never did crime scene processing of crime scene. They don't do that, all right? She lived a charmed little life back and forth doing all her things. Trust me, her reputation precedes her. I can tell you that. But let her, give her a platform, and you're just going to see how it's not going to go to trial. But if it does, give her that platform. She will be stripped as it goes. That's what I say.
It's interesting.
She is dangerous. She's dangerous because she's a former special agent for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. But this is where she gets destroyed. Her own predecessor agency, the FBI, obviously didn't talk to her because they let her go down a bad road because we now have exculpatory evidence in the hands of Karen Reed. So there's a disconnect, and she's going to be very sorry that she took the position she did. She should have been with me. That's who she should have been with. But like I said, everyone makes their bed. Now you got to sleep in it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately, like I'll say, all the others don't bother me. Just this woman bothers me because of the reach she has. It just originally now because it just But anyway, people, whatever happens, people are still going to believe whatever they want to believe. It is what it is. I'll say I don't care about the others because they're in an empty echo chamber. When you actually look at it, they're harmless. They whatever. I just think Coffee was actually dangerous for what she posts basically. In terms of going to trial, I'm with you. Right? I don't think they should go to trial. Do I think he will go to trial? I think he will go to trial, right? Because the only reason is because of that judge. Only reason. From what I know, if she wants to be famous, this is going to trial, no matter what. Well, no matter what, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying. I put a caveat on that. Depends what comes out in the reports and stuff like that. But I think she wanted to go to trial. Is my impression. So I don't know. What's your thoughts about that?
No, I think we said it. I think she definitely wants this to go to trial. I don't know why. She's supposed to be impartial. She's supposed to call balls and strikes, right? But like I said earlier, the Commonwealth has the power to dismiss this case right now.
Mm-hmm.
They can come out. They don't have to give up. They can come out. We've seen it 1,000 times. In the interest of justice or based on newly acquired evidence, all right, the Commonwealth moves to dismiss all charges against Karen Read. They can do that yesterday. I mean, they think they have a smoking gun. They think they have a smoking gun. All these trolls think they know that Pequiside, Cassie's Corner. Well, Cassie's Corner is on the left side of her car. So Cassie's Corner didn't see any taillight on the right side. So that one's gone. Oh, they say, oh, she stopped at Pequiside on the way home to One Meadows, and she got out to check her thing. Well, guess what? To check her taillight. Well, guess what? We know that she got home at 12:41. She didn't make a pit stop. I can tell you that. She didn't make a pit stop. But have them believe whatever they want. Listen, you talk about a PR campaign. We knew the other side back in like September, October, when they got Kevin. We knew he was contracted to be their person, like you, like Aiden, like Brian LTL. That's all they have. So he has a vested, he's not getting paid, right? I don't think, but he has a vested interest to be the person for them. He always thought he was going to score Chris Albert on his show. Albert's not stupid. Come on. But that was his big thing. He's been wrong more than he's been right. He said last night, I've only been wrong once. All right. Well, sorry. I'm still waiting for the 95-page affidavit he said was coming up. Oh, my God. This will give it all up. The 95-page affidavit. The grand jury is still ongoing. Who knows? But we know that there was no vote. We know that. We know that the witness is still testifying. This, like I said, he's dear to my heart because I kind of broke my bones with him, right? I started with Aiden, but hey, I just saw this. He was going to write a book, help me write a book on me. I'm the last person I needed, but this was his little pitch. This is how he drew me in. Oh, Sean, there's a stupid live he did. Wanted to talk about stupid shit that I did. No, I want to talk about Karen Read. But that was his thing. That's like Natalie. Natalie wanted to draw me in. She's talking about Brian Meager or something like that for B17 Studios. Oh, Sean, we can get you a contract. These people are stupid. I'm going to fall for that bullshit. I'm 66. I'm going nowhere. To use every bit of my whatever I have, intuition, experience, whatever, to see this case come to justice. I want justice for John O'Keefe because no one thought about him on the morning of the 29th. Nobody. Zero. And that's it.
And that's important. That is important. I've not mentioned him enough. This is about John O'Keefe as well, right. And his family.
Absolutely.
So those have got questions, put something in the chat, but make it distinguishable because the chat goes quite quickly. But we've got a couple here already. Do we think this is Nancy? Hi, Nancy. Do we think Auntie Bev realizes just who Aidan is? Because apparently she's covering the hearing tomorrow. Apparently, Auntie Bev is.
She does because he's been in her courtroom many times, and he was also previewed as the person that Sean McCabe was going to bury him under her cottage. Of course, she knows who he is. They watch. Of course, they do. They all watch. They know who he. They know who he is. Of course.
So what do you hear from Elizabeth? Now that they provided documents, if it say did someone else, wouldn't there be an arrest?
Yeah, there's going to be arrests. Here's the other thing, people, right? There is absolutely no reason why the FBI has to jump right now. Okay. 755 days now we're going on. There's no reason. Nobody's in jeopardy. There's not a axe murderer out there, right? It's a very contained situation. Okay. They know this day was always coming. They're just playing, they're playing it. They're playing it. What are they going to do? Give up? No, they're going to say, prove we did it, right? Listen, some of these people, right, that may be cooperating may have issues. That's what their attorneys are probably saying, right? Let them, like Karen. But see, the difference about Karen and them, when they do get arrested, they're not going to be like Karen saying, give me the evidence, give me something. They're going to sit there like that. Okay, Mr. Levy, you prove, right? You prove that I conspired to kill John O'Keefe. That's the position they're going to take, because that's what defendants do. But it may be so overwhelming, the evidence, that they're going to have to fold. We're going to see. We will see for sure. Yeah. This is crucial. This next couple of days is crucial, very crucial.
So let's explain. So we got Aiden tomorrow, his release. Monday, there's 2 hearings on Monday, isn't there? One for Aiden and one for Karen.
Evidently, yes. Yes, evidently. The ticket to the show is the 2 o'clock hearing. Like I said, I'd be very surprised if they allowed these, I call them assassins, because they're coming off the Thompson machine guns. You talk about the February 14th Valentine's Day massacre in Chicago. This is going to be bad. They're coming straight into Dedham with guns blazing. I'm telling you, they're not going to hold back. There'll be no amnesty and no mercy. This is what they want. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
Remember David Yannetti had this. They allowed him to talk forever. This was almost incredible. And he got to call Michael Proctor. He said, he's not conflicted. He's corrupt. That was a month and a half ago when they allowed him. I think they were trying to reduce her bond or something like that. Man, you talk about taking the stand. National TV. He laid it all out. This will be, if it gets to go on Monday, this is going to be the ticket that everyone should pay for to get in. You want to be in that courthouse, that courtroom on Monday at 2 o'clock. Get there early. It's going to be incredible. But part of me says that it'd be a suicide mission for the Commonwealth. They know what the feds gave them. They know now what the feds had. We always knew they had something. Now they really know.
So if you can't be there on Monday at 2 o'clock, where should they be, Sean? Where do you reckon they should be?
You know what I think they should be? They should be right back on this channel, because you and I are going to do the play-by-play. I gotta love it, man. Tell them.
We got a live stream on Monday. Probably if it's 2 o'clock it starts, we'll probably go live about 1:45 Eastern. Sean and myself will be here. So yeah, live reactions from Sean himself. He will be here with me, joining me, which I'm so grateful for him to be here for that. I think it's going to be great to watch the hearing here, and I'm grateful to you for giving the time to be here, because you know this case inside out, man. So I learn a lot every time we come on. I learn a ton. So I appreciate you for that.
No problem. I just
so
forgot
I will
something.
send.
I just thought of something that was crucial, and I forgot it already. But don't worry, it'll come back.
Oh, damn. Hang on, just trying to set this up now. 6:45. Just trying to set up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. I've created the stream now, so the stream is live for Monday. If it changes times, we'll change times, but for now it will be set at whatever it is. And I'll post the link here in chat for you all, so you can see all this now. Reckon. So that's the link. I'll send it to you later on. Here we go. Now this woman, right? I'll tell you what, right? I'll show you this woman. She is an attorney from Oklahoma.
Wow.
She's my ride and die. She's my ride and die bitch. Honestly, she's a gilf, absolute sweetheart, beautiful woman, grandmother, lovely woman. Look at her, gorgeous. She's one of those people that doesn't give a shit. And one of the people I respect, and I don't give her enough credit. When you got all these trolls coming after me and stuff like that, right, it's quite tough because this one keeps me accountable. It's people like her that keep me accountable to be like, I never lie, I never do anything, I just keep everything straight up. Well, what's the point in lying? Because if you lie, you don't have friends like her that will defend you. So this is why, whatever you hear from me, and I know from you as well, it's you know, it's all there's no bullshit. So that's why I appreciate people like Lady Law that goes to fight and yeah, shows the truth for me. So shout out to you. I never give you a shout out. So I wanted to give you a shout out, Lady Law. But look at her, she's fucking gorgeous as well. But she's like my bloody big sister. It's unfortunate, do you know what I mean? But there we are. So Lady Law, she'll hate that. So I love that. So bring up Livy on. Hey, Livy's got an open invite, but also one thing that people don't appreciate about what we do here, Sean, is that we do get abused a lot, for what we do and what we believe in, and people troll us, people dox us, people do all these things, So people like Olivia, I love what she does on Twitter. She can come on anytime she wants, but I will never ask her to come on or beg her because I don't want her to get any hate. Do you know what I mean? And she would probably get hate for being here. So
I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean,
she's
Olivia,
lovely.
listen, I talk to Olivia and my other partner almost 2 or 3 times a day. We communicate every day, right? We're not on the payroll, trust me on that. And what I love about Olivia, I look at myself as a junkyard dog, right? What you see is what you're going to get. Olivia can take the 3 minutes that I put out on get my point across, and she can do this beautiful. She's like a conductor, and the way she writes, and I'll tell you, the way she speaks, I mean, I'm telling you, she is the most soothing, but she's the combat analyst. I'm telling you, she's amazing. She really is.
All credit to her. We've all got roles to play as well.
What did Heidi have to say? I like
that's
Heidi.
what I think.
Oh,
Sean, I still can't believe that Morrissey made that statement knowing he was under investigation.
Well, listen, I had a source, right, who told me that for about a week and a half, the McAlberts, that the family led by Chris, was going into that office every day, pressuring him, right? You got to come out. You have to make a statement, all right? And it got heated. Listen, and Morrissey's yelling back, you people make a statement. They go, no, you're the district attorney. Listen, I don't know how they convinced him. It was a crazy thing for him to do. But like I said, that's what happened. These people have something, and they got him to make a fatal mistake by going in that camera and doing what he did. Michael Proctor didn't go to the scene. Okay, well, there's about 10 reports out there that said he was at the scene. But that's fine. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? That's just, like I said.
No, it's fine. Hang on. Let me just look at this. I just went on this here. I think I have a question here. Hang on. 2 charges. Right, hang on then. I'll share this. I don't really want to share this, but I will share it because it's a coffin dapper fucking tweet, and she tweeted about an hour ago. So I will show it. Is it really 3:30 in the morning for Dylan? No, it's 2:30 in the morning for me. But thank you, Audrey. It's right, let me get this up from Coffin Daffer. Her reaction to some of this. Share screen. So, she says, Justice with John O'Keefe. To be clear, if there were charges being levied by the USAO, they would not be in the form of document production to the defense and the prosecution. Mandated by TUI, this production was a must. There is no true bill/indictment, no charges. The investigation should have been conducted to make sure there was no impropriety. Both sides should want that. And there wasn't, just like there was no dog DNA. And please, conspiracy theorists, don't go with they didn't test the scratches. The dog can't magically bite and scratch without leaving DNA on his shirt. Time to move on and start the prosecution of Karen Reid, accused of second-degree murder of John O'Keefe. That's their statement. I'm not sure if you got anything.
So if I had the ability right now to say, "Hey, Jenny," she hates that. "Hey, Jenny, what about the witness in the house that puts John there?" See, they won't touch it. See, this is classic, right? This is her using her platform as a special agent, not a supervisory special agent, but a special agent for the FBI. 28 years, she never got promoted. That is a big bell. She completely avoids. Why didn't she comment? Like, why didn't she refute? Oh, the defense is just lying about see, she's cute. She won't do it, right? She won't do it because she knows that the defense has it. That's what I'm trying to say. I had a boss, right? He said, you can only hide the salami for so long. And I'm just saying, it just cracks me up. But this is the type, you're right, Dylan. She's dangerous. The other guy's dangerous, Kevin, because they craft their little noise. You know, like I said, you read that. Oh, Rogie and all these guys are, yeah. You know, you're not doing it, baby, because guess what? John was in the house. That's it. It's over, right? It's over.
The only thing I'd say, like, I don't know Kevin that well. The only thing I'd say about him is that I don't think people actually listen to him.
I
think
do.
it's the only. Yeah, you do. I know it bothers you, but I don't think many people do listen to him.
Listen, I like the guy. I liked him. I think he's sick. Yeah. I do. Someone said last night his eyes were all messed up. I thought they were. I don't know who said it, but I don't have the chat going. I have it on the big TV. I think there's something wrong with the guy. I really do. He's telling his partner. He's saying his partner, right? This is crazy. Saying his partner believes that Karen is completely guilty. I talk to Dave all the time. It's 180 degrees. He does not. Dave is a straight shooter. He looks at things objectively. We talk. He and I talk every day. He got me through my sickness. I was fucking sweating like a dog. We talked every day. I couldn't make a show the other night, but guess what? Kevin is destroying a friendship. And this other girl, Erin, I don't know. He's talking about her. I think something's wrong with the guy. And they're giving him a pass. They're not calling him out. And, you know, maybe I'll stop calling him out because guess what? I think the guy's sick. I really do. I mean, I know he's sick, but I think you're seeing his digression. He's digressing. Something's wrong. He's not. Anyways, I feel bad for the poor bastard. I do.
You say, well, if he's ill, hopefully he gets better. But I mean,
he's not.
I just don't listen to him.
Stage 4 cancer. He's got a serious thing.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'll say I don't know the details of him, so I'm not gonna go into too much there. But I'm just trying to see if there's any more questions on there. It's hard. I struggle to keep up with questions and stuff for you because it's going. And we also had so many things planned for this. I feel like we've rushed it a little bit because there's so many things to cover. Now I'm like, oh shit, have we covered everything we're supposed to cover?
Listen, I don't know if anyone else has this stuff, but I can tell you right now, every time I do one of these things, it doesn't matter if it's you, if it's Mike Crawford on the Young Jerks, Kevin, Melanie Little. I mean, I love doing her show, but as I was going through the third hour, that's when I started getting sick. And thank God she said, do we want to have final comments? I said, yes, let's have fun. I was dying. No, but guess what? There is so much to talk about. I'm going to tell you right now, there is a ton to talk about. But like I said, we only have so much time.
Yeah, and I think the unfortunate thing for us, because we planned on loads of different stuff, but Monday is a key. It's a key day,
Monday's
so we can't look past Monday. Yeah, so we can go back on the tail light. We can go back wherever. We can talk about any. Monday is the key day. So let's finish off Monday. They're gonna come here and watch us, right? You're gonna come and watch the hearing. You better, otherwise Sean's gonna be pissed. You better be watching here. What are the key? Why should they watch it? Inside, what's the key takeaways do you think that's going to come out on Monday? Because you talk a couple of things.
Okay, because you're going to be able to have the stream, right? Okay, and I'm going to have X amount of months that I put into this case. Okay, and I'm going to be able to say, okay, that's bullshit. That's not bullshit. This is right there. Yeah, we'll be able to see Lally backpedaling, right? I don't know how we're going to get in, but I'll take notes or something. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see, is it Jackson or Yannetti or Liza Little say, and now we go to the taillight, because let me tell you, that was my baby and my other partner, but I was on that like, anyways, I can't wait for that. Not that it's going to mean anything now, because we got John in the house. Got him in the house. We just now got to dress it up and see what they have. I hope they do go Monday. All right. If I had to make a prediction, I don't think Morrissey allows this to happen Monday. I hope they do. If they do, then it's up. There's going to be Thompson machine guns being blasted all over that courtroom. I'm telling you.
There you go. Let's see. Well, we got when indictments come down. Fingers crossed. Will multiple people get arrested at the same time? Well, you imagine so, wouldn't they?
Well, it's classic. Let's face it. You know how we operate, right? Big sweeps, 6 o'clock in the morning. Knock on the door. It all depends. Listen, it all depends how they craft their indictments, right? They could call in people, say, "Come on in, meet us at this," blah blah blah. But the main people, however they do it, like the responsible ones, listen, they'll get arrested. They'll get the perp walk. All right. We all leak these things because, listen, these FBI agents want the credit. They want this to come out, right? So, the press will get a heads up, they always do. And they'll be at key locations, right? Maybe on Wentworth Road to Canton Knights, maybe down in Old Coach, who knows, right? But trust me, it's going to happen. Don't know when, but it's going to happen.
And there's a couple of questions about how he's streaming Monday. I presume Law and Crime will have it, or Court TV will have it, or there'll be a Zoom link. So I presume one of those ways we will be streaming it. Or I know there's some Boston local
Channel 25 will have it, definitely. Yeah,
there we are. Channel 25 will have
it. Will you have access to? Yeah, on the internet, right?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, Channel 25. We got access to it. We will have it somehow, somewhere. If we don't have it, it means it's not been shown.
No,
basically.
they'll show it. They'll show it. Trust me.
I think I'm just trying to see if there's any last minute questions here. I'm trying to think though. Is there anything else here? I don't think I missed anything. I'm so sorry if I did, people. It's been over 2 hours. It's 25 to 3 here. I try to keep it about 2 hours for sure. As you say, it's quite tiring sometimes, especially when you go at everything. And I think it's a tough job for us today because of Monday. Monday is the most important day. I think that's when we can speak to Sean, get your take live, and actually know where we're going.
I just hope they release the motion to dismiss beforehand, because that's going to be the map. That's going to be the roadmap right there.
We are. So thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate you. I really, really do. If you haven't liked the stream, please do. It does help me out. But also, as I say, Monday, where else were you going to get commentary live from someone like Sean? Not anywhere else. I can tell you that much now. Here's a link again for that. Shout out to everybody that's been involved. Olivia, everything like that. Thank you for allowing me to use your content as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your questions. And yeah, free Karen read. That's what we're all about, baby. And as I say, free shout out as well to people. If you do want to look at other injustices, then and you're into true crime, then look at Free Zachary Anderson, freezachariaanderson.org there. You got Free Karen Read, Justice for John O'Keefe. Go and listen to the wrongfulpod.com. That's these wonderful ladies who do tell us all about Zachary Anderson. And also, Floor and Order. We're going to have some of those merch coming out before long. So yeah, please, come back Monday, support us, come back, show us love. Not sure if you've got any final words, Sean.
No, I do. I want to send a special thanks to all the warriors for Karen out there. Listen, I tried to answer everything I possibly can between the Facebook Messenger or the Twitter Messenger, that whole thing. If I don't get to you, it's not because I don't want to. I will eventually get to you. I do appreciate all the support that I get from all you people, because you guys allow me to keep going. And this is all about John. It is about John O'Keefe. He got a raw deal. Listen, I can't say what I want to say, but because it does hurt me as a law enforcement officer. But I so appreciate all the messages. It's crazy. I don't want this to be about me. I want this to be about justice. I really do. But all you people in the chat there and Twitter and all this other stuff and Facebook and all that crap, you guys are amazing. And I appreciate Dylan. I appreciate all the content creators because they're getting the word out. All right. I mean, I'd love to be on all of these shows simultaneously because I think we have listen, I'm going to say it again. The difference between us and them is that we stay true to our convictions. Good always trumps evil. And we're on the good side. Trust me, we're on the good side. That's all I can say. And like I said, opening up the show today, don't get upset about the roller coasters. I go through it too. Listen, I was the case agent at a trial, 12 defendants. I felt demoralized, and I knew the case better than anyone. So things like that happen. So Dylan, I appreciate what you do. I fully enjoy coming on to be here because you are a good guy, man. And I have no problem understanding you. And I thank what you do. I thank all your people behind the scenes, what they do, Aaron, and all the content creators. I wish I could divide myself up, but listen, things happen the way they do. But I'm not giving up. Listen, I got my wife now on Team Sean. She's pissed, but hey, things happen. But it was a great 2 hours, Dylan. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll do whatever I can to get justice for John and get Karen Read free. That's with prejudice. And get the bastards who killed John. That's what I'm in for. I'm not in it for anything else but that. That's it. That's it.
That's all we need.
Thank you.
No, thank you at all, mate. I'll say, hopefully Monday we've got that stream. Hopefully it's going to be a celebration and Karen's going to just walk away from this as she should. But until then, everybody, again, thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate you being here and support and love these show us all. And with that, we're going to end the stream. I'll play the outro as well. And yeah, take care yourselves, guys. Until Monday. Love you all. Take care. Ta-ra.
Great.